2020, 2021 is a seller's market, although the survey of last year, well, the response to that was that everyone was expecting a decline. So how did you experience the past year?
Yeah, 2020 was a remarkable year. So I think in the first half year, we were all a bit paralyzed due to the outbreak of the corona crisis. Paralyzed on one hand side, but also we're also running in many different directions. Was it the financial crisis we were facing, or was it the logistic crisis, operational crisis, health crisis? So that was like the first half year. So many M&A processes were then halted or postponed. But then after summer, and in fact, despite the outbreak of the second wave, we saw activity picking up. Lots of companies were reporting better than expected figures. Forecasts were adjusted upwards. And this was really continuing till the end of 2020. And finally, the reported figures by many of companies were much better than expected, especially revenue-wise, but also in terms of EBITDA, and especially also net financial debt, which has remarkably increased.
Jan, you work at an IT company. I can imagine you had a great year.
Yeah, for 2020 we had an exceptional year, that's true. And so if you think about it, when this corona started, all of you there, you had to work from home from one day to the next. Me, myself as well. And what do you do when you need to work from home? Yeah, the first thing is you look for a new laptop. Then you want to have a keyboard. Then you want to have a mouse. And you want to have a new monitor. And all of that you get from us, right? So that worked out very well. and then you guys were figuring out, oh, corona, that's not just for 2 days. It takes a little longer. So then we had a second wave, right, where people were basically investing in ergonomic material, the ergonomic keyboard, the ergonomic mouse. People wanted a scanner, they wanted a printer, they wanted all kinds of software products so that they could collaborate at home. Think about Teams, think about Zoom, all that stuff. And so at the end of the day, for us it was exceptionally well.
And Sander, maybe some views from the private equity side?
Yeah, so obviously in the beginning of 2020 we were very concerned on the cash of our companies, because as you rightfully said, we didn't know what was going to happen. So I think in the first 4 or 5 months of the year, that was really the focus of making sure the companies were not getting into any problems. But after that, very quickly we saw the market rebound and come back to its feet. I think 2020 was active, but the real activity was the first half of 2021, because you could see that a lot of companies were relaunching basically the processes that they delayed, and they run into 2021.